Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a few cuttings that I need to pot up, and I thought that while I do that I would rank all the houseplants that I already have in my home and see how I'm feeling about them now. The cuttings I have today are from a mystery cutting box. The box is from the same Etsy shop that I've bought before in another video, and it's got 5 different plants in there. The first one is a rooted Pothos Enjoy. So that's what we're gonna do first. Look at that. I'm just gonna put all the cuttings into soil. I have the soil already mixed. I'm using about half houseplant potting mix and half perlite. And the specific brand of houseplant potting mix, perlite, and also the Etsy shop will all be linked in the description box. I'm looking at my latest houseplant tour video, the one I made a couple months ago, and I'll just go through the video and talk about each plant. My collection hasn't really changed since then. There's a couple differences that I'll talk about. The first plant that I mentioned in my houseplant tour video is my golden pothos. It's the big one that trails down from the top of a shelf. I love this plant. It is my oldest plant that I've had in this apartment, and it doesn't look very good anymore because I did go on vacation for a few weeks, and prior to going on vacation I also forgot to water it. Anyways, it really doesn't look that good anymore, but I still love it. So I'm gonna put it down as very charming. Also, the ranking is very subjective and very specific to the plant that I have in my home, and it's very specific to the condition that my particular plant is in. So if I don't rank a plant very high, it's not that I just think poorly of that plant in general. The second plant I have is the Peperomia polybotrya. It's the big one that I have. I absolutely love this plant. I think it's so adorable, it's cute. I love the big leaves, and I just love how firm it is too. So I've used the word love a few times, and you can probably guess that I'm gonna put it in the top tier. So I am in love with this plant. All right, the next one I have is my aloe vera. So what I said in my houseplant tour video is so true. I'm just not a huge fan of plants that have spikes on them, but this aloe vera has helped me a lot whenever I get a minor burn. So I will say it's cute but often overlooked. So I thought of this category because the plants that I'm in love with, I look at them more often than the other plants. But then there are also the plants that I'm less drawn to, but when I do look at them, I do appreciate them. That's kind of where this category came from. So let me put this cutting in the soil. And here we go. Okay, the next cutting I have is a watermelon peperomia. I think this is probably the most popular type of peperomia that I see on social media. So yeah, I'm excited to have one myself too. Now the next plant I have on my list to rank is a baby neon pothos that I've propagated. I don't know how I feel about this plant because it definitely doesn't look as cute as the mother plant, and because I propagated it I think near the end of summer, it hasn't grown very much. So I don't know, it's still like a baby cutting and it's not doing much. It's not doing much growing, and it's not like trilling or anything. So I'm gonna put it at meh. Then I have another propagation. So this is the raindrop peperomia propagation. And I adore this plant as much as the mother plant itself. I mean, I like them in different ways because this one, it just looks so cute. Like the leaves are a lot smaller because it's still really young, but it just looks so cute. I'm gonna put it in another. Okay. And after that, I have a Tradescantia Yellow Hill. This plant, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It is cute when I look at it, so okay. Well, I guess it's gonna fall under cute but often overlooks. After that, I have a Peperomia caparata. And okay, this plant is not doing very well. The original leaves that I was propagating using have like just died, and now it's left with 2 tiny baby leaves. Yeah, it's tiny, but it's still really cute, so I'm gonna put it as very charming. Okay, we're ready to put the cutting in. So again, just gonna make some space for the stem, and I'm just gonna put it down like this. I know there's so many different ways to propagate this plant. I've seen people who have made it work this way, so I'll just do it like this. Okay, ta-da! That's the second cutting. The third cutting is another peperomia. Ooh, look at that. I'm just gonna cut it here, get 2 cuttings out of this, and put both of them in soil. Continue ranking my plants. The next one is my croton. Oh, I loved my croton when I first got it, but I have to say I'm not as in love with it. I think when I first got it, it was one of the first colorful plants I've gotten, like, you know, one that's not just green. So it really stood out to me in my home. I've had it for what, almost a year now? I hate saying this, but it's not as special to me as before. That being said, it's still really cute, so I'm gonna put it as very charming. Okay, and the next one is my green onions. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the way it looks, and I don't even use it for cooking all that much anymore. I think it's because I just don't have enough stocks to use it every day for cooking. So then I only use it occasionally when there's enough growth, and that doesn't happen fast enough for me to like remember to go to this plant when I'm cooking or when my boyfriend is cooking. I'm gonna put it down as a meh. And the next plant I have here is my coleus. This is a hard one because I like it, mostly because of how fast it grows and how easy it's been to take care of. But at the same time, I'm not the biggest fan of the way it looks. So I'll put cute but often overlooked. Okay, and we're ready to put the cuttings in here. So I'll make 2 holes, 1 for each cutting. Okay. And that's the third plant. The fourth plant is a Crasula kitten ears. That's what the label said. Take it out. Oh, this one just fell off. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, so there's 2 cuttings, and I'll just take these 2 leaves off. Oh, I think I accidentally bent the stem. That's okay, I'll take these 2 off too. And do that for this one too. Alright, back to the tier ranking. The next one I have is another golden pothos that I propagated. This one is doing a lot better than the mother plant because, you know, I actually remembered to water this plant. So it looks really full, really healthy. I'm gonna put it as very charming. The next plant is my neon pothos. Ooh, this one is beautiful. I think because I have it come up right in front of my window, it's getting a lot of light comparing to my other plants. And it's actually doing really well. And it's been growing over the winter so far. So that's really good. And it looks really beautiful. So I am in love with it. I'm almost out of soil. I'll have to mix some more. And let me just quickly do that. Alright, let's continue. The next plant I have is my Pelea depressa, and I love this plant. It's just so cute. It grows so fast, it's so easy to take care of, it's so easy to propagate. I'm gonna put it as I am in love. The next plant is another golden pothos, but this one I have climbing up a pole that I made. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I thought I would really like the look of pothos climbing up, but then now that I've had that plant here for a while, I don't like it as much as I thought I would. So I'll put it as cute, but often overlooked. The next plant is, ooh, let me see. Oh my god, okay, the next one is my Tradescantia tricolor. I said this in my houseplant tour video. I simply don't have the light that it requires to keep its pink variegation. And let's just say after I filmed the houseplant tour video, things just went downhill even further. Like, the plant just looked sad. And it's not that like it was dying or anything. It's just the pink color was fading everywhere, and it faded into this ugly yellow color that just did not look good at all. Why is it in my home? Well, actually, it's not anymore because I threw it out. Yeah, I did. Anyways, here's the fourth plant. And the last plant is a string of hearts. I've wanted one for so long. I think it's just like, it looks so pretty on everyone's Instagram. I looked up online that people seem to recommend the butterfly method when you're using, when you're propagating this in soil. So that's what I'm gonna attempt. And it seems like all you need to do is just get the node that's between the two leaves and have that in soil and leave the leaves above soil. So back to my Tradescantia tricolor. I hope that, you know, if you've seen my other videos, I hope it's clear that I'm not someone who just buys plants and then throw them in the trash a few days later. This plant, like, I've tried so many things. I've put it in different locations that have done really well for my other plants who needed more sunlight, but it really didn't seem to work out. Maybe it just doesn't like me. Perhaps when I have a sunnier apartment with higher humidity, I will give it a try again. It does look really pretty when it's doing well. That's why I picked it up in the first place. When I was at the shop, I was just very attracted by the pink color that it had. But no, the pink color is gone. So is the plant. Moving on. The next plant I have is the peace lily. I absolutely love this plant. I've heard about how dramatic it was before I even got it, and it did not disappoint. I love this plant so much. I never have to doubt when to water it. And it actually makes me laugh every time it just like droops over when it's thirsty, but then it bounces right back up, and it's really easy to take care of. So this plant is getting a love. The next one is my monstera. It was one of the plants that I really wanted when I first started collecting plants, and I still find it very charming. The last one is my spider plant. This thing is so easy to take care of. It grows so fast, and I think it's got like 2 babies growing at this point. Spider plant just looks so cool, and I'll put it down as very charming. So that's all the plants I have. It seems like I'm still really loving most of my plants. Anyways, here's the string of hearts, and that's all the plants I have to pot up today. I hope you found this video entertaining. Let me know what's the favorite plant that you own, and I will see you next time. Bye!